both the brand and color name number fields are completed, click on Formulate. Again, you will be directed to the Paint Parameter screen. Using the down arrows, choose the paint and product line and can size to be used. Click on F2 Single Formula or F3 Multiple Formulas, and PaintMaker will create a match to your competitor color using your product line. From here, you can save your customer information or click F6 Record. Now let's look at customer formula retrieval. From this feature, you can manage your customer database, retrieve stored information, and editing your customer database. Select your customer's name and color number, and you can edit this information or add details by clicking on F9 Details. From this screen, you can enter additional information by clicking on the required field and typing this information. This is especially helpful when storing data for paint contractors and designers. Also, returning customers find this feature very beneficial when trying to retrieve data for touch-up jobs or when more paint is needed. Upon completion of all required and additional notes, click F2 Save. And this data is now recorded and saved to this customer database. You can also delete colors from a customer database by selecting the desired color to be deleted. Click Edit, then click F4 Delete. This color has been removed from this customer's database. Additional help is available for any topics we have reviewed by clicking on F1 Help in the bottom left corner. Now let's look at some other features of the software. You can adjust the lightness or darkness of any color provided by the software by using F7 Adjust. Choose a formula from the formula book, or you can create one from competitor color cards or custom match using your color matching instrument. Once a formula is available to the left of the screen, click F7 Adjust. From this screen, you will see the original formula and can adjust the lightness or darkness by clicking F7 Adjust and using the slide bar to adjust the paint formula to the estimated depth or lightness as desired by your customer. This change in formula will appear in the colorant fields above, and a total will also appear in the colorant field to the top right. A representative of your standard in the adjusted color formula, also called the batch, will appear to the right of the slide bar. You will also be allowed to add additional colorants to this formula by clicking on the selected colorant and using the up and down arrows or typing in the amount of your colorant in the change field. From here, any adjustments can be stored and printed. If an automated dispenser is available, you can send the formula to your dispenser. You may also undo any changes made by clicking on F11 Undo, and all the fields will be reset to the original formula. You can leave the screen by clicking on Escape or Back. Formula correction. In the unlikely event an error was made in dispensing a color or the color does not appear exactly as your customer expected, the software will allow you to make corrections to this formula. However, certain values regarding the properties or characteristics of a formula must be available. When generating paint matches using your color matching instrument or using competitive color cards, these values are stored to the software and allow the user to correct the mistinted color back to the actual color sample. Please retrieve the original formula and click F2 Correct. You will be asked to remeasure the original sample. If this paint formula was created by using the competitor color card option, please click No, as the values of that standard are stored to the software. If you created this formula by using your custom color matching instrument, please click Yes and be prompted to remeasure the original color standard. You will then be prompted to measure the sample of your mistinted paint. Place the sample of the mistinted paint against the port of your color eye, holding it securely in place with the sample arm and clicking F2 Measure. From here, you will be directed to a correction screen showing the color and amount of the original formula and fields available for changes to be made to correct the misfitted product. Just click on F2 Auto Correct, and the changes made by the software will appear in the color field under Change. Values indicating the improvements and cost changes appear on the screen as well as a representative of the actual color standard and batch. Unlike the adjustment feature, you are not allowed to add any additional coloring. You can print labels and record this change by clicking on the designated button. Switching the instrument off, let's talk about options. From the main screen of PaintMaker, you will see a button entitled F5 Options. From this screen, you may be allowed to perform a variety of functions. Depending on your paint manufacturer, some or all of these features will be available. We are going to talk about defaulted features that will be available on most PaintMaker systems. F3 Instrument Setup. From here, you will be allowed to check the properties of your color matching instrument and confirm if the instrument is set to the proper serial or USB port. Check to confirm if proper calibration data is loaded and if the correct measuring specifications are set up correctly. Some of these values are indicative to the type of brand of instrument. If you cannot confirm your instrument is set up correctly, please contact our support hotline at 1-800-982-6496. If you are experiencing instrument communication errors, please click on Instrument Off and back on to establish connection. This feature will find the instrument and report back to what communication or serial port this instrument is communicating to. Once you have established the correct port, please click on F3 Instrument Setup and change the port to the correct port as reported by Instrument Specialist. If you're still experiencing communication problems, please contact our support hotline. If you are experiencing any problems color matching using a data flash instrument, please confirm the instrument is set up correctly and then refer to F5 Spectra Diagnostics. This feature will allow you to run diagnostic tests using the diagnostic or green tiles that are standard with all Datacolor instruments. When choosing to use the diagnostic tool, please always calibrate the instrument from Instrument Diagnostics before running the diagnostic evaluation procedure. If this test indicates the instrument passes and you are still experiencing any problem matches, or if the instrument fails, please contact our support hotline.